not be able to understand how the props are actually working, then you will not be able to understand the context API. Are people getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait just a second. This code we have done in the day before yesterday's code, right? The context API. Just a second, wait. Okay, all right. So here we have made 3 files in the previous class. It is the child.js, the grandchild, and the parent, isn't it? And what did we do? What did I say to you people in the previous class? Like which data is traveling from where to where?
Child to parent. Parent to child. Data transfer.
Parent data to grandchild.
Okay, so tell me one thing. If this data is passed to the child, what will it show in the output? What is it going to show?
Ma'am, user data, name and role.
User, I mean, name or role, ma'am.
Okay, inside the child, we have provided the grandchild, isn't it? So this one is the child component and this one is the grandchild component. And here it will provide us the heading. After that, it will take the data from the child, isn't it? So after the child, see over here. So from the grandchild, the data is from the child, the data is being passed to the grandchild with the help of user prop, isn't it? And here inside this grandchild, we are using that particular user prop, and inside that the name and role that we have stored, we are using it. Now we have written the code for 3 of the files. Now what do we have to do if we want to see the code working actually? So here we have nothing inside the app.jsx. So here what I will do, I will import all 3 files inside this app.jsx, and then I will try, yeah, and then I will try to run the code and get the output.
Yes, ma'am. Import React.
Yeah. Just a second. Okay. So which was my class which was passing the entire data? That was my parent class, isn't it? Inside the parent class only, I had all the data, this name and role. So what will I do? I will go to my app.jsx. So here I will write import React from React. And after that, I will import the parent class. Import parent. And then, yeah, from the component parent. All right. And after that, I will write function app. And inside the app function, tell me inside which method do we place our HTML codes?
Return method.
Okay. So inside the return method, I will provide a div tag. And inside this, I will provide again a header. And this will say parents data.
Ma'am, one small request. Can I have say one information now? Can I tell now?
Yeah.
Ma'am, last session will be it's not uploaded in the YouTube channel, ma'am. When will be uploaded, ma'am? The last session classes.
You people were facing some network issues, I guess, in the previous class.
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Previous class we will be attending online, ma'am, but it is not uploaded in the YouTube channel, ma'am.
Which class are you talking about? When I have taught the context API or
Previous
this?
class. Previous class.
Ma'am, Sunday.
ma'am, he was asking Sunday class.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Sunday
that will
class.
be provided to you in the group itself by today.
Okay, ma'am. Hereafter, when will be the classes finished, ma'am? As soon as possible, you will upload the channel, ma'am. For kind request for me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So here I am providing the heading that the parent's data is being passed to the child and grandchild. This is what we call proc drilling. All right. And here I will finally render the parent component. And then I have to write export default app. I will save it. And here I will write. Tell me which command do we write in order to run our front-end code?
npm run dev.
IMPM run dev.
Or start.
Okay. So here I will write npm run dev. So we'll go to the code, I mean output. Element type is invalid, expected a string. Class from app. The rest of the things are fine. Then let's go to the main.jsx. Import React DOM. React is not defined.
Ma'am, React doc install.
Oh god. Yeah. Now it should look. Yeah, see it's the output is here. You see
Yes, ma'am.
name and the role. First one is the child component setting, second one is the grandchild component setting. If people getting that right, this name and role are being passed from one file to another, and in that file as well, where the data is not much required. Which is why in the previous class, when we were reading the
Ma'am, your voice is struck, ma'am.
hello. Are people being able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
See, in this file, what was happening? We had to pass these data which is present inside the parent.jsx, Elijah and name and role. So here we had to pass it inside the grandchild as well. And not the grandchild actually, we had to pass it in the child, where this entire data, that is the prop which is containing the name and role, is not actually required, but still we had to pass it in order to make it available inside the grandchild. So this is what we actually mean by the prop drilling. Now coming on to another context API which we have done in the day before previous class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Over here you people can see that I have created just a created just a context, and then I have called the create context method. And you people can see I am using the user login and logout wherever I need the value by providing them inside the auth context dot provider. And inside this tag, we have an attribute that is value. And this value will provide us the required data. And where is this data present? This data is present inside my login. See. This is my hard-coded data. Yeah, see, this is my hard-coded data where the username should have to be admin and password should have to be 1234. And where is this data present? This data is present inside the login and logout function. And these two functions are being passed as prop to the auth context.provider. Now, wherever in whichever file I need this login and logout, I can simply access them in that particular file. That is why I have written auth context.provider, and inside that I have written children. So that whichever tag we will provide inside the auth context.provider, that will have this entire data as we have done. Since the name of this function is auth provider, inside the app.jsx, what we have done, we have placed the entire router inside the auth provider so that wherever the data is required, that data will get available to this entire app. Any doubt is there?
No,
Is
ma'am.
there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's clear.
So now the next thing that we are going to study in React, the basic thing, that is the routing. All right. So here what I will do, I will create a new folder. Go back to my VS Code. Close the folder. So here I will create a project again. That is a React plus White. Yeah, it has been installed. And then we can go to our folder, that is front-end route. And inside the SRC folder, I am going to create one more folder, that is pages. Here I will create a folder pages. And inside this pages folder, I will provide 3 JSX files. First one is going to be my home.jsx for the home page. And one more page that I will create over here is the about page. About.jsx. And then I will provide contact.jsx. So here I have made 3 pages, and using the nav bar or anything, I can go to any of these pages by clicking on them, right? So in HTML, just those who know the HTML, can you people tell me which tag did we use in HTML in order to provide a link to some other page?
Intact. Href.
The anchor tag. Yeah, right. So here, what do we have to do? Great. I will go to my home.js. Yeah. Here I will write the same thing, that is import React from React. All right. And tell me, what do I have to do then?
Create a function.
Yeah, I will create a function. And the name of the function is going to be
Neighbor.
home, right? Because I am presently inside the home.js. Inside the home, I will return a header. And this header will say, welcome to home page. All right. And after that, I will export this home function. Similarly, I will create the rest of the two pages, that is the about page and contact page. So I will copy this entire thing, paste it over here. And instead of home, I will write contact. And this one is going to be the about page. After that, I will move to my app.jsx, from where I will remove all the previously coded things. And then I will import all the pages that I have just created. So the main thing lies inside the app.jsx only. So here I will write import React. All right. And after that, I will import certain things. For importing them, we have to install one more thing, that is in npm install React router DOM.
Router down.
Because the things that we require in order to provide routing in our web page are the tags. Which tags? The route tag and the routes tag. Along with that, we also need the browser router, isn't it? So those are present inside the React router DOM package. So in order to use them, we need to install it at first. So here, what I will write import routes, route, and then the link tag as well. The link tag works the same way the anchor tag works, right? So here I will write from React router DOM. And then I will import all the pages that I have made. For that, I will write import home, and then the contact. After that, I will take the about. After that, I will write function app. And inside this function only, I am going to provide the links as well as routes to the different pages. So here what I will write return, and then I will place a div tag. Inside the div tag, I will provide a nav tag in order to provide a nav bar, right? And inside this, I am going to provide the link. And this link tag has an attribute, and that name of that attribute is to. Show you one thing, and that then you people will be able to understand. this is my Ajio website, right? So if I will click on the men, just pay attention to the address bar. See, what am I getting when I clicked on men? What am I getting in the address bar?
Agio
Just
dot
change the URL.
These are known as what? I have already taught you people about this. What do we
ma'am,
call
you
it?
are link whatever you want, such that place, ma'am. Man or woman, which one you want, that URL can be changed.
This
Keep
part is
pressing the
known
page
as the
that's route.
specific.
Specific link to the particular section, like show for the man. We will go to the show for the man section. This is
Yeah,
specific
okay.
link.
Now listen. All right, listen. So these things are known as the endpoints. In order to access a particular page, we have to provide some specific endpoint. For men, the endpoint is shop and then men. So some kind of that endpoint is I'm going to provide over here. So if I will provide an empty backslash without any text, so where will that lead me? That will lead me to the home page. So the link which is written home, this home itself is a link. Just keep this thing in mind. The home itself is a link, and when I will click on this link, then the route which I will get redirected is the home page. All right. So here, similarly, I will create one more link. And this time, I will provide the endpoint as about. After that, one more link tag followed by the to attribute, and this will take the endpoint as contact. And here it will write contact. So these are the different links that I have created for my nav bar. All right. And when I will come out of my nav bar, I want different routes, isn't it? So in order to provide the routes, we use the routes tag. And inside the routes tag, we place a route tag. This one is plural and this one is singular. So inside the plural, we have to save the singular tag. Just keep this thing in mind. And never get confused with the route and routes. And never place the routes inside the route. And this route tag also has a couple of attributes. What are they? First one is the path. The thing to be noticed over here is your whichever value you have provided to the to attribute and the path attribute has to be same. Otherwise, your routing will not be working properly. So here I have provided an empty endpoint, and then there is one more attribute, that is element is equal to this element is going to take the particular element that I have imported, which means I have to write home, and this one is going to be my self-closing tag. And we can make the route tag as well as the self-closing tag. How to make it? Just place a backslash inside the same tag. So what does the route tag has? A couple of attribute, and if you want to make it a self-closing tag, then place a backslash. And the path attribute will take you to the specific path which is assigned to the link, right? And the element which will be provided in this path is my home page. Similarly, I will create two more routes. And here I will provide the path. And now tell me, what should I name the path if I want the about page?
Slash about, ma'am.
Great. So here I will write slash about. And then the element I will render over here is the about page. All right. And one more thing that is left to do is the contact page. And here the element that I will provide is going to be the contact page. This one is closed. I will save it and I will export the app function. Export default app. What's the issue now? Okay, well, all right. See, as I have said, we also have to take the browser router. All right. So where are we going to provide that browser router? For that, we have to go to our main.jsx. And here we have to write import browser router. And then inside the render method only, we just have to remove this strict mode. And we have to render the entire app element inside the browser router. Copy it and paste it. That's it. See, we got our routes. Home page, about page, and contact page. See, is there any endpoint in the address bar?
No, ma'am.
Man, this
No,
is
right?
a home page.
So when
Only search.
Yes, ma'am.
there is the empty endpoint, then it will lead us to the home page. Now, if I will click on the link about, is there any doubt with you people?
No.
All right. So when I clicked on the about page, then you people can see that the endpoint at the address bar has got changed. It has become what?
Yes. About. Leads to the about page.
Yes, ma'am.
And when the endpoint is about, then we are present inside the about page. And if I will click on the contact page, then it will take me to the contact page. Clear till this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will learn how to connect our backend, which is having some kind of data, with the front end. Now, what do we use for that? We are going to use the Axios. So for that, what do we have to do? Okay. So here, write npm in the terminal. Just write npm install Axios. So here I will write npm install Axios. Did I already teach you about providing the routes? Hello.
Ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible to all?
Yes,
Audible,
ma'am.
ma'am. Ma'am, it is not visible.
Did you install the Axios? Hello.
No, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I not audible to all?
Ma'am, you are
Ma'am, audible,
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
but the screen is not visible.
Okay. Screen or is not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it visible now? It should be.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now visible.
Now okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay. See, here I have a couple of files. That is my backend file and my front end file. I want my data to be shown in the front end. So what have I done? I have created certain models inside which I have created the schemas. So here I have my user schema. User schema is having different fields. That is the name, email, password, and role. All right. So is anyone able to answer, like, why have I provided the enum over here? Any idea? Is there any idea why have I provided enum? See,
No, ma'am,
the
I don't have
reason
any idea.
behind providing enum over here is in order to provide the user. Okay. So in order to provide the options to the user, in order to choose specific values for that particular field. For the role field, I am providing the user certain values that the role of the user who is trying to access, who is trying to enter the website can be a user or an admin or a seller, right? So that is why I am providing three options to the user with the help of this enum. All right. And then what I have done inside the controllers folder, I have performed some CRUD APIs with this user schema. See, here I have read all the users. I have read a single user, and then I have created a user. All right. So what do I want to do? I want to access this particular function that should be enabled when I click a button in my front end. All right. So in order to access a function, what do we need? We need a route. All right. So inside the route, I have provided a delete route for the user. That is hashtag, that is backslash delete user, and then backslash the particular ID that I want to delete. All right. As we have done in the CRUD operations in the previous classes, the same way I have done them. Now, what do I have to do? There's a file inside my front-end folder. Inside this file, I just have to write the backend URL. And how am I going to write it? I will import Axios from Axios. And after that, I will create a variable that is const API is equal to which I will provide the backend URL. And how to provide that? I will do that with the help of Axios dot create method. And inside this, I am going to store the backend URL inside the base URL variable. And this one will take the backend URL, that is HTTP localhost 5000, followed by what was the endpoint in the server.js? Yeah, the endpoint was API and then admin. So here inside the API.js, I will write API and then admin. Using this endpoints, that is API and admin, I will be able to access any of the routes which I have mentioned inside the admin routes. Any routes that I have mentioned for the performer, product, provider, and user. Okay. So here I have accessed the provided the backend URL, and here I have to export it. So for that, what I will do, I will write export default API. Now I will save it. Now I will go to my user table.jsx. To this user table, I am going to provide some front-end elements. And what are they? Those are the tabs of React, tabs of Bootstrap, and then I will also provide them the button. So what I will do? Yeah, why am I providing the tabs over here? So have you ever seen the tab of login and logout that we then if we will click
Yes, ma'am.
and then if we click on the register tab, then it will provide us the register page. Let's have a look to how that exactly looks. That I will write Bootstrap tabs. Yeah, see, this is how a tab actually looks like. This one. And this is how I want my tabs to look. So what will I do over here? I will install some React and React Bootstrap package. So here we need to install, see, Bootstrap is installed, React Bootstrap is also installed. After installing them, how to use it in our page? We have to write import React from React. Before writing this page code, I want to ask a few questions to you people. Did I taught you the hooks, React hook in the previous classes?
Yes, ma'am. Use statement.
Have I
Yes,
taught you?
you studied. Used it.
Okay. I have taught the use state, and we have also done the use context, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When
Yes,
so
ma'am.
today we are going to see one more hook. That one is the use effect hook. So how were we using the use state? From where were we importing that?
React.
From where?
Login page.
Right, see, these kind of questions only I'm going to ask in the Viva, so just stay prepared for them. Here I will take the use state and then the use effect. And now you people will ask me, why are we taking the use effect as well? So the React use state and use effect are being imported from the React library only. We have already seen the use of use state, and now we will see how we actually use it. The
Ma'am,
use
your
effect hook
voice is
is
not
used. Hello.
okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Now okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I was telling about the use effect hook, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Say for example, did you ever click the bell icon in YouTube? Why do you click that bell icon? In order to get notifications, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Notification.
Yeah. So what happens whenever you click on
Ma'am, your voice not
that, we use
this
them
time.
in order to provide some kind of functionality. We use them in order to provide some kind of functionality to the to our websites. All right. So
Mhm.
that is why, in order to provide those kind of functionalities, we use the use effect hook. So here, what I will do after importing them, I will also import the table and button from React Bootstrap.
Yes, library.
After that, whose mic is on?
It's mine, ma'am. Sorry.
All right. So here, what I need the backend URL in order to access a function that I have written in my backend. So for that, where I have provided the backend URL in which file?
AP.
We have just provided the backend URL, right? Yeah, in the API.js. So in order to use that backend URL, I need to import the API. All right. So these are the things that I had to import. Now I will create a variable that is const user table is equal to, and here I will provide const users and then set users. Tell me which one is the variable and which one is the function.
Users is available. Set users
User
function.
table is variable.
Set the use set means set the user means set the value, ma'am. User value.
Yeah. So inside the use state, I have provided an empty endpoint, right? So just tell me, if I have provided the empty array inside the use state hook, what does that mean?
Users will be added in that empty.
See, I have assigned an empty array to the users variable. All right. So as of now, the users variable is storing an empty array inside that. What I will do, I will write the use effect hook. All right. And as I have said, that we use the use effect hook in order to perform some kind of functionality. And what is that function going to be? Here, I will write a function that is const fetch users is equal to, this one is going to be an asynchronous function. Inside this, I will initialize a try catch block. And inside the try block, I will write, in order to just tell me, if I want to read some data from my database, which HTTP method do we use?
Read, ma'am.
Which method?
Get method.
Get method.
Get
ma'am.
method, right?
Get
So here, what I will write? I will write await followed by API that we have imported from the API.js dot the get method. And which endpoint do I want to access over here in order to read the data present inside the users? I want to access, yeah, this one is my routes.
URL.
See, yeah, this one, read user. This endpoint I want to access. In order to do what? in order to fetch all the users which are present inside my user model, isn't it? So here I will go back to my user table, and inside the get method, I will provide the same endpoint, that is read user with the get method. After that, I will write set users. And inside this set users method, I will provide the data, which means this will provide the entire data which is provided by the read users as a response to our front end. That is why we have written response.data. And if any error occurs, then it will throw the error with the help of console.error and then error fetching
Dot message.
data. So till now what I have done, I have created the fetch users function. Now I will provide this fetch users inside the use effect hook. See, this is how we do it. And then in order to make sure that the use effect function runs for once, what do we have to provide? We just have to provide an empty array inside this use effect hook. All right. Now what do I want to do? What else function do I have to do? The another function that I have to do with the data provided by the read user endpoint is that I want to delete those data. In order to delete the data, we have to write the function for that. So for that, I will write const and then name of the function, that is delete user. And this one again is going to be an asynchronous function. So tell me one thing. Inside the controller and the route. Yeah. In order to delete a user, I have provided the endpoint to delete the user. Along with that, I have also provided the ID. Why did I provide the ID over here in order to delete the user?
To filter the
We go
particular ID. To
and
delete
the
the particular ID.
data. That's why you can give the ID. Which one you can delete that time, that one only delete.
Okay. So in order to uniquely identify which user do I want to delete. So inside the asynchronous function also, I have to provide a parameter, that is ID. All right. Here, after providing the ID, I want to confirm if the user wants to delete the data. So here I will write if, and inside that I will write confirm. Inside this, I will write, are you sure that you want to delete this user? So this one is the confirmation. And if this condition is confirmed, means the user provides the true message to this confirm, then this line will get executed. And what will that be? For that, in order to delete that particular user having the ID which I have provided inside the asynchronous function, I will use API.delete. And here I will provide the endpoint which I have provided in the backend as well, that is delete user. So I have to provide the ID as well over here. So here I will place it inside the backtick. And here I will access the ID using the dollar and curly braces. So this is how whichever ID the user wants to delete, that will get deleted. And here I will call the fetch users function again. So that after deleting that particular users, rest of the user which are existing inside the table will be shown to us. After that, I will provide the HTML tags. Inside which method do we write it? Inside the return method. And here I will place a table. And this table will be striped, means which it will have the rows and columns inner division, and along with that it will also have a border around it. Inside the table, I will have two things, the table head and table body. For providing the table head, I will write T head. And inside the table head, I will provide some table rows. And what are the rows? The rows which I have provided in my user.js model. That is my name, email. I will not show the password, but the role. So here what I will do, I will provide the th, and here I will provide at first the ID. Okay, and then I will provide rest of the headers, that is name, email, and role. This one is the name, then the email, after that role. After this, I want to place one more header. Why is that? Because here I will place button in order to carry out a particular action. What is that action? The action is the delete action that I want to perform. So here I will create one more column for the action. So this was my table head. And here I will create my table body. All right. Is there any doubt till here? Any doubt in the code?
No, ma'am.
No, right? And now we will carry on rest of the code in the next class. All right. It's already 8. So if there is any doubt from your side that you have from the previous coding, then you people can ask, or else you people can leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.